Hey friend, this is Pierre Laguerre here, your daily motivator. Looking forward to challenging, inspiring, and motivating you on this Monday morning with episode number 314. So, in 314, I've got a very simple tool to share with you today. We're going to continue on the successful entrepreneur's morning routine, that is. So, I've written this small ebook last week, and I started sharing with folks the 6 steps that they could be leveraging every morning to get the best out of their day. So what I want you to do actually is go on the link that's with this podcast and grab yourself a copy of that ebook. But quickly, I'm going to share with you the one tool that can help you with step number 3. And step number 3 is nothing more but your imagination. So quickly, I'll recap. Number 1 was prayer or meditation, or simply your quiet time. Number 2, of course, is the daily affirmations, or what I call declarations, because you have to open your mouth and declare what your day shall be like, right? And then now, this most important step number 3, is your imagination. And so your imagination must be exercised on a regular basis. Now, I'll tell you something that exercises your imagination. A lot of times we think about the bad that happens and we worry about it. Worry is one way that you are exercising your imagination in the negative, because you've been given your imagination. It's a God-given gift. And with it, you can actually create things, create your circumstances, and you can change your circumstances also when you start visualizing how things can be. So when you couple your declarations with your imagination or visualization, what you end up with is ultimately walking out in your place, walking out in the place that you've been imagining. You see, your imagination is so powerful that at one point God had to clear the earth of men's sin, and he did that through a flood simply because they were imagining evil all the time. Now, here's the powerful part, the positive side of the imagination. Question that I have for you right now is, the job that you're on, is that where you wanted to be 5-10 years ago? The location where you live right now, is that where you wanted to live 5-10 years ago? Maybe you ended up living there because your parents lived there in the first place and you never thought about moving away from there. This has a lot to do with your imagination. Your imagination is so powerful that you have to guard it. Even Jesus says if a man looks unto a woman with lust in his heart, he basically has committed adultery with that woman. The reason is because the man's imagination is so powerful that he can simply imagine something and it's as if he was already there. So let's go to the positive side. What is the tool, as I promised you at the beginning of this podcast, that's going to help you with your imagination? As you can tell, I'm outside doing this. I'm actually standing under a tent in Puerto Rico, and I'm recording this podcast for you. So what is it about a man's imagination that is so powerful that God is actually telling you you must exercise your imagination in the right positive way? So let me quickly give you the example of the tool that I promised you. My wife and kids, beginning of 2017, they made their vision boards. Matter of fact, today they're working on them again in 2018. And one of the key things that my kids wanted to do was visit Puerto Rico. Now, for the last 5 years, I've been taking my wife to Puerto Rico for her birthday or around that time. And here we are, my kids finally, all 3 of them decided, look, we want to come to Puerto Rico too. We want to have some fun with mommy and daddy, because we see them going there all the time, enjoying the beach and everything else. Now, keep in mind, they were used to the Jersey Shore, but that was certainly something that they spent time with us during, the summer season. But anyway, here's the power of imagination. So powerful it is that when we came to Puerto Rico in May, suddenly as I was in the water at one of the most beautiful beaches called Crash Boat Beach on the west side of Puerto Rico with the kids, my wife had a vision of us living in Puerto Rico, right on the island. And it's amazing because 2 days before we left, we came in agreement that yes, indeed, that's the place we need to be living. 17 weeks later, we moved there. And the point that I want to make to you here is your imagination is so powerful that when you make a decision, notice the key word, decision, is going to take you there. You see, your decision, of course, is followed by what? Action, because the decision is nothing more than taking a thought and transferring it into action, because now you've committed yourself to that thought. But the reality that I want to point out to you is that your imagination is so powerful that once you see something and you actually imagine it to the point where you decide now on it, it's going to happen. So again, the question is, are you exercising your imagination? And the tool that I revealed to you is called a vision board. Use a vision board on a regular basis to put yourself where you imagine yourself, to put yourself in the next year, the next 5 years, where exactly you want to live, where you want to go, where you want to work, and all. What kind of work you want to do, what kind of business you want to have. Put that down, and you will see how your imagination and declarations will take you there. So, my friend, it's very important for you to grab a copy of this ebook because these steps that I reveal there, they will help you on a regular daily basis to keep you in line and keep you moving towards your destiny and to live out your purpose. Again, this is Pierre Laguerre, your daily motivator, and I simply want to always challenge, inspire, and motivate you, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Enjoy.